Oh, I don't think we're going to lose power.
We had a thunderstorm roll through around 4 o'clock this morning.
You have thunderstorm today? Yeah, we too. A new cat. So I don't know if you guys can hear. We've got thunderstorms going on, which is really quite rare for this part of the country. I think in all the years I've lived here, this is maybe the sixth or seventh thunderstorm I've heard. Catherine, where are you at?
Um, we went to the an island that is off La Rochelle, not far away. So we are in a house that someone lended to us.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it was good.
Good, excellent. Well, Annie says I should tell you because we're having thunderstorms, if we suddenly disappear, it's because we're losing power. I don't think that's going to happen. It's not. They're not that wild. They're kind of low level, but all right. So let's go ahead with this. Let's do a couple of the first section, and then we will go into what I wanna do today. So, Ram, why don't you lead us in the first one, just the first section, the first 6 moves.
Okay. Is it until here, or is there more?
What's that?
Is there more? I don't remember where the section ends.
Well, it's okay. That's good. All right. Um, okay, Jill, why don't you lead one? All right. The first section goes up to white crane spreads its wings. All right. So that's where you should stop.
I'll try.
Okay. And Catherine.
Okay, I have a smaller space than usual, so
Well, just make do. Shift your footwork if you need to. Okay, good. We're a little warmed up, got the blood moving a little bit. I want to show you guys two very short videos. They're actually YouTube shorts, so they're only 60 seconds long. We're going to watch one, talk about it, and then we're going to watch the other. These are both training videos. They have nothing to do directly with Tai Chi, but they have a lot to do with silk reeling and with just getting your head in the right place. So they're queued up. Let me play the first one. Now the question is, what sport is this guy training for? So what sport do you think he was training for?
I would vote for discus.
Discus, huh? I was thinking hammer throw, but very close.
Golf or baseball?
Golf. I doubt baseball. I see why you say that, but I doubt that. But it could be golf. All right, what did you notice about that training? Forget the sport. What was he doing? And why was he doing it?
I think
What? Yes, Jill?
because he had this long thing that's going in a rotation, he's seeing the extension of, it's like the power that he's using, so that he doesn't keep it in his hands, so that he's projecting it out.
So the thing that he was using was on a track. Yes?
Right.
It's on a track. So in a certain way, he has no choice about what it's going to do. It's going to follow that track.
But
Now,
it helps. It helps. The
It
fact that
helps.
he's, yeah,
How does it help, Catherine?
it helps because it helps him, giving him the right movement, which is like something like a spiral. He needs to
Yes.
spiral.
Oh, it's absolutely a spiral. It's a huge spiral. It's a beautiful spiral.
And the fact that it's on the track helps him getting the beginning of the spiral.
Why does he need that track? Why, if I'm his coach, I just come out and I say, I want you to make this big spiral. Just go make it.
Well, it's literally grounding, isn't it?
Yes. Why does he need the track? Why does he need this training? Just go do it.
Yeah, but the track gives the basis of the spiral, so it's way bigger. If you do it by yourself, it's going to be more like around your body, for example. With the track, you're really far, and then I don't know, it gives more power, I think.
I agree with you, but here's the question. Why can't we just go do the big one right away? Why do we do the little one, like Catherine is saying, it might be too small, and we have to train to do the bigger one? I mean, this spiral that he was doing was very free.
Yeah.
It was very free and tremendous follow through, which any golf coach would tell you you have to have, right? So clearly he was really training, and he was going from here to here, or you could say he was going from here to here. But why is he not just there to begin with? What's stopping him from being there right from the beginning?
bad form.
Why does he have bad form?
Because it's kind of hard well, I don't know. This is bringing up when I was training, when I did discus. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah,
What they would do is they would take a video of you, and then they would put the points of where, you know, your shoulders should be.
Right.
And it was painful.
Yes, training is
And
painful.
so this guy has a machine that's basically going to push him into the form that's going to get him the best throw.
Why does he need to be pushed? Why doesn't he just have that to begin with?
Because he hasn't
What's
trained for that.
stopping him from being there to begin with? I mean, when he begins, however good or bad he is when he begins, he's already someplace. And now you want to get to someplace else. Well, if he started someplace, why doesn't he just start there?
Because he's learned some bad habits.
What's stopping him from being there?
His mind.
Yes, exactly. His mind. It's not conscious. It's unconscious. And this is the truth about building any skill, any physical skill, and maybe any kind of skill, but any physical skill, right? Like bookmaking or gardening or doing Tai Chi. You're going to start somewhere. And everybody starts in slightly different places. And you want to go somewhere else. The question is how the hell you get there. Why can't you just get there? Because of your mind. Your mind needs to be trained. So what Catherine was saying is, if his first spiral maybe would be way too small, kind of hesitant, wouldn't have good follow through, might be too small, not have much power. That's absolutely classic for Tai Chi. That's what everybody does, right? So then you have to learn, how do I get bigger? How do I have follow through? In other words, you're literally expanding your mind. You're expanding your picture of what it's possible for you to do. So what he was doing was really quite beautiful. It was really, I mean, this was not the first time he's done that. All right? Kevin, you had a point you wanted to make.
No, that was it. Basically, I mean, you got to start somewhere, and you got to go big to go small, and you know.
Everybody's that way, guys, without any exception. So one of the things that you should carry into your training program is just get rid of any idea of your ego, because everybody starts this way, and then you work very gradually. A good coach, a good trainer is always patient, because he or she remembers when they were training how slow and difficult it was for them. Training is difficult, period. It takes time, and you're gonna just gradually grow as you grow up. Yeah, Kevin.
I mean, one of the hardest things for me is
Thunder.
getting rid of any preconceived ideas of just what the heck Tai Chi is.
Exactly.
And once you find something, you don't even know if it's the right thing, so you can't focus on it. You just got to keep playing until it happens.
You have to, when you learn something in Tai Chi, or you learn it in any craft or any art, you have to hold it gently. Not like, oh, I have found the eternal truth. No, what you've got is a hypothesis. I think if I do this, I'll get a better effect. And so now you test it. That's one of the main reasons, maybe the main reason, to do push hands. Push hands is a laboratory in which you can test out the hypotheses that you discover yourself in your training. All right? So it is more difficult to do this without push hands. But we don't have push hands, so we're just going to have to figure out a different way to do it. All right? in a way, what that guy was doing with that machine was a kind of push hands. Can I make this weight, it's a whip is what it is, really, it's a whip, right, with a weight on the end of it. Can I make this go smoothly in a really big, powerful spiral? Well, of course, the track will keep it on track. But my guess is if you walked in there the first time and he said, okay, do a 360-degree spiral, you wouldn't be able to do it. And I wouldn't be able to do it either. You would have to work with this for a couple of hours before you started getting anything, and probably work with it for a couple of weeks before you got half decent at it, even though it's on a track. Also, something that Kevin said is actually really, really important. You as a human being, I can guarantee you have ideas in your head that you don't even know are there. You are not conscious of them. And those ideas are ideas about how you can move, how you should move, what you need to do to accomplish this or accomplish that. And those ideas have been a little tested in your life through experience. But when you get into Tai Chi, it's just like getting into any form of serious dance. All those unconscious assumptions are going to be tested because most of them won't work. So you're going to have to discover what they are and then drop them. So if you watch that guy do the spiral, he was actually turning more than 360 degrees. So he had gone through a process of loosening up, of dropping preconceptions about the way things should be, and then just allowing his body to be itself and to express its own potential. And that's what a lot of Tai Chi is. And unfortunately, that's what all Tai Chi is. Unfortunately, because of the way it is usually taught, you never get to that point. Because here's how it's taught. Put your left foot forward. Turn your right foot out. Lift your right arm here. Lift your left arm here. Turn here. Do that. How the hell is that ever going to free you up from preconceptions? The number one thing Master Zhang used to say all the time, because he couldn't pronounce it in English, so he said it this way. He couldn't pronounce an R, so he used an F. Phalanx. Phalanx. You anxious. You anxious. Phalanx. Right? What he meant by anxious is exactly what Kevin was saying. There's a preconception in your mind, probably unconscious, but it's inhibiting your movement. Phalanx. Phalanx. Don't be anxious, right? Just relax and let your body be itself. Okay, let's watch this second one. This again is a 1 minute short. It's actually, I think that last one we watched was only like 15 seconds or something, but this one's a full minute. This one is a young lady, and she's very young. I'm going to guess she's maybe 12, 14, something like that. She's being coached in how to hit a softball by a professional hitting coach, right? This guy trains Major League Baseball players. I don't know whether you can hear that thunder up there. Whoa, that one shook the house a little bit. I could hear the house shake a little. So this is really interesting. Now, he has a very particular way of hitting. It is not what you think it is, according to this guy, and I think he's right. Basically, I'll give a little preview to it. Basically, what he says, when most people hit, they think that you use your arms. That is not how you hit a baseball. How you hit a baseball is exactly Tai Chi. You use your body. A little arm at the end, but it's mostly the body. So this is, I think, actually a good, in this one little minute, you're going to see a lot of what he's talking about and some of his training techniques with this young girl. So hold on. And she does very well at this. Now, I'm going to play this one several times too, or just let it play.
Okay, hold it still and do it when I say go. You ready? Go. Good. Okay, now kind of get athletic, no load. Do the same thing and turn your belly button. Good. If her bat doesn't come out here, she's doing it wrong. A lot of kids will do this. Okay? Every ounce of energy is being applied right there. And that's why the barrel's snapping around. There you go. Okay. Back. Nice. Did that surprise you? You stopped your bat and hit it that hard, move. And now, from that position, we want to spin the bat. My hands didn't move, but I'm in contact. I did this, and my leg did that at the same time. Good. Now let it fly. Same thing, let it fly. Good. Harder. Hold in. Okay, hold it still, and do it when I say go. You ready? Go. Good. Okay, now kind of get athletic, no load. Do the same thing and turn your belly button. Good. If her bat doesn't come out here, she's doing it wrong. A lot of kids will do this. Okay? Every ounce of energy is being applied right there. And that's why the barrel's snapping around. There you go. Okay. Back. Nice. Did that surprise you? You stopped your bat and hit it that hard, move. And now, from that position, we want to spin the bat. My hands didn't move, but I'm in contact. I did this, and my leg did that at the same time. Good. Now let it fly. Same thing, let it fly. Good. Harder. Hold in. Okay, hold it still, and do it when I say go. You ready? Go. Good. Okay, now kind of get athletic, no load. Do the same thing and turn your belly button. Good. If her bat doesn't come out here, she's doing it wrong. A lot of kids will do this. Okay? Every ounce of energy is being applied right there. And that's why the barrel's snapping around. There you go. Okay. Back. Nice. Did that surprise you? You stopped your bat and hit it that hard, move. And now, from that position, we want to spin the bat. My hands didn't move, but I'm in contact. I did this, and my leg did that at the same time. Good. Now let it fly. Same thing, let it fly. Good. Harder. Hold in. Okay, hold it still, and do it when I say go. You ready? Go. Good. Okay, now kind of get athletic, no load. Do the same thing and turn your belly button. Good. If her bat doesn't come out here, she's doing it wrong. A lot of kids will do this. Okay? Every ounce of energy is being applied right there. And that's why the barrel's snapping around. There you go. Okay. Back. Nice. Did that surprise you? You stopped your bat and hit it that hard, move. And now, from that position, we want to spin the bat. My hands didn't move, but I'm in contact. I did this, and my leg did that at the same time. Good. Now let it fly. Same thing, let it fly. Good.
Okay, everything we said about that earlier giant spiral also applies to this. This is non-intuitive. This is actually quite difficult to do until you get it. And then when you get it, it's really easy. But did you notice, and I'll send you the links to these, you got to watch these over and over and over again until they kind of sink in. What he was doing was swinging down. He's not swinging out like this. He's just swinging his body down. He's not swinging like this. He's not moving his arms at all. He's just moving his body, all right? And then he's stepping out at the same time. This is how really good hitters in the major leagues hit. It's not what you think you would do. It's not what people would do naturally. It's not what I would do naturally, all right? Somebody's swinging the ball and I'm swinging, all right? I'm not doing it like him. But what he's doing is just pure Tai Chi. He's focusing on the center line of the body. He's not moving his arms, he's moving his body. And then he steps out into it. All right, so it takes some doing to get there. And you can see some of the training techniques that he's got. So he had the horse behind that girl, and he's having her plop back onto that horse, onto that gymnastics horse back there, etc., etc. But and I've watched him train major league players. In a lot of ways, it's easier to train a young person like that young girl than it is to train a major league player, because a major league player has a lot of bad habits. I can't tell you how often I heard Master Zhang say, "Bude, bude, need a Mao Bing, Mao Bing." Bad habit. We've all got them. It's a subconscious idea in your head that you don't even know is there. That's the whole point of subconscious, right? You don't know it's in there. You think when someone pitches a ball to you that you use your arms and wind up and I use my arms to do it. No. That's not how a really good hitter hits. They do something else. And that's exactly the way with Tai Chi. It's not easy. You have to train to get it. But once you get it, it is easy. And it's much more efficient and it's much more effective. Right? That guy who was doing, right, the big spiral. Boom, right? By training that way, he's getting rid of those walls, those mental walls that are keeping him hemmed in. And he's opening up the possibilities for himself. And as he trains more and more, he becomes more and more efficient at it. All right? The point of all this is to bring it back. I'm doing this because I felt from what we were doing yesterday that we needed to take a step back and look at what it is we're really doing. It's not really about learning Tai Chi. Could be dance, could be golf, could be baseball. All right? You run into the same problem no matter what sport you're working at. And the problem is in your mind. So the thing you have to do is shake it out. Master Zhang would have us do that. He'd just go shake it out, loosen up, relax, don't be anxious. When you train, there's no right or wrong. There is right or wrong, but there is not right or wrong. Do you understand? All right? There is no right or wrong, but there is right or wrong, but there is no right or wrong. You cannot judge yourself. You just can't do that. Because if you're judging yourself, you're going to stop all your progress. It's okay to do it wrong. That's what training is about, is to do it wrong 999 times, and then finally on the 1000th time, you finally get it right. That's what training is. It's that way for everybody. Yeah, Kevin.
Add to that being extremely camera shy on top of all this, it's nuts.
If you are camera shy, which many people are, that's an ego problem. That's an ego, that's vanity. I don't care how I look. I'm old, I've got a white beard, I'm fat. What? I'm sorry, this is the package I'm in. Take it or leave it, all right? You guys are all in your own package too. So you just have to let go of all that crap. Because there's something to be gained from this, and you have to let go of all the things that are in your way. All those things, like being camera shy. Oh, I'm camera shy. Don't look at me, right? Lots of people are like that, right? Catherine's like that. Made you look, Catherine. Right? When you're camera shy, what are you really saying? You're saying, don't look at me. I have to be self-protective. Exactly. You just have to let go of all that. Because otherwise, you've got two choices. You can wait until you're perfect, and then you can go out and let everybody look at you, and they'll all go, oh my God, that person is perfect. How long do you think you're going to have to wait?
It's not I'm that vain, of which I am. It's that I don't need this to be on the internet for everybody to see for the rest of my freaking life. I don't mind making mistakes. I just don't like it perpetuated.
What does it say in the Bible? Vanity, vanity, all is vanity, right? Don't worry about it. I seriously doubt that hundreds of thousands of people are going to be flocking to our website to look at Kevin and go, he's doing it the wrong. Oh, he's very bad.
Kevin's going viral. Yeah, his hand is in the wrong place.
Oh, that's really bad, right?
You obviously aren't on any of the martial arts Facebook groups.
You know, I had somebody came to our website the other day and left a comment. We don't get many comments, right? I mean, the reason I do the website is so that I can post these videos and then send the new links out every morning in the invitation. It's not for other people. I mean, I don't care whether other people see it, but I don't care. So this person came and he left 2 comments on 2 of the recent advanced Qigong classes. And his comment in both was the same. The comment was one word, no. That was it. No. Okay. So he's a troll, right? It's like, why do you feel the need to come to my website and shit on my video, right? If you don't think this is the right thing, why do you feel the need to even say anything? What's making you make this statement? I actually thought about this for a while. Normally I do what I did to the guy, which is I forget what the term is, but he can't come to our website anymore. So you block him, right? It's like, look, I don't need that crap. So I just blocked him. And I got rid of his comment. I wouldn't have minded if it was a comment that actually focused in on a particular thing and said, you know, I think your understanding of X, Y, and Z, you ought to think about this and that and the other. But that's not what it was. It was a troll. Anyway, I forgot about it for a couple days, and then I ran across it again. And I looked the guy up. Guess what he does? He's another Qigong teacher, right? Why would one Qigong teacher feel the need to come to another Qigong teacher's website and say something derogatory about them? You don't do that in China. In China, that's called breaking someone's rice bowl. You just don't do it. But it's like, if you're going to be on the internet, you're going to get that shit, because you can't put anything on the internet and not get negative comments. Period. Right? You could say, Jesus came to my house this morning and we had a great discussion and he said this. Oh, and you're going to get all these troll comments. He said, love everyone in the world and be a good person. Oh, yeah, negative. It's just the way the internet is. It brings up all the nastiness around. You just can't pay any attention to it. You cannot pay any attention to the bullshit. Because if you do, you're going to spend your whole life paying attention to the bullshit. So, all right, this ended up taking our whole class, but I hope you got something out of these videos. What I'm trying to do is invent a training regime for a video format that will actually get us from one place to another. And if you're going to play along with this and go along with it, you need to sort of keep up with it, but don't judge yourself. Don't. It has nothing to do with the video. The same thing that happened in Master Zhang's classes. You'd join Master Zhang's class and you'd work with him for a few months, and then one day he'd go, Jill, you lead. I'm not ready to lead. No, you don't get to say that. You lead. Catherine, you lead. Throw you in the deep end of the pool. Now, he assumed by watching you that you were ready to go ahead and do this, but the first time you lead a class of 30 or 40 people, many of whom have been doing this for 10 years and you've been doing it for 2 months, it's a funny feeling. All right, any questions, any comments? All right, next week, I swear next week, we're actually going to go ahead and do this. And guys, remember, the reason that we're studying the yin and yang cycles and the silk reeling is not for the sake of the yin and yang cycles and the silk reeling. This is just the training regime. This is just like that young girl, hitting the bat backwards, to learn to do this in service to something that's much larger. Okay, guys, have yourselves a great day. We'll see you next time. Ciao.